everyone, my name is Soun, and today I'm going to be talking about mindful eating, finding connection in the act of eating. So a lot of us tend to engage in mindless eating. Maybe we eat while we're doing our work, or we eat while scrolling through our phones or watching TV. And while sometimes that's okay, I think it can become an issue if this becomes habitual. And the reason why is when we eat mindlessly, we don't enjoy our food as much, we're less in touch with our bodies, we don't appreciate food as much, and sometimes even food can become an unhealthy coping mechanism. So the contrast to mindless eating is mindful eating, which is really about the how of how you're eating. So approaching food, for instance, with more presence, with no judgment, with being really aware of the sensory experience of eating food. There are lots of different ways to engage in mindful eating that I've talked about in my presentation today. So those can be things like sitting down while you eat, slowing down as you eat, checking in with your hunger and fullness cues before, during, and after you eat, really observing the what of what you're eating, so the smells, the flavors, the textures, being just really attentive to what's going on both in your experience of the food and also with the food in front of you. There's lots of benefits of mindful eating. So the first is that you enjoy your food a lot more. You enjoy it more, you appreciate the gift of food more, and so you find a lot more satisfaction. And that can also help with eating an amount that's good for your body. When you can really experience that satisfaction, it doesn't feel like you gotta keep going. Another aspect of why I encourage mindful eating is that it helps us to nurture our bodies better. When we eat mindfully, we're really trying to be attentive to our bodily signals. We're really trying to listen to those and honor those signals. If our body's hungry, for instance, we want to give it food. When we're not eating mindfully, though, we might not be really aware of what's going on. We might eat when we're not hungry, or we might eat past the point of fullness. And all of that can have ripple effects on our health. The next piece is eating mindfully can help with reducing emotional eating or stress eating. A lot of times when we stress eat or emotionally eat, we're not really enjoying the food. It's more like we're scarfing it down and trying to numb from a feeling. And so mindful eating can kind of work against that by helping us to get really grounded in the present, to really enjoy our food, and then also to be aware before eating. For instance, if I'm coming to the table to eat as a way to cope with my emotions, maybe I take a pause and find some other means for dealing with my emotions, and then come back to the table. And then finally, mindful eating can really help improve our relationship to food. So many people have a pretty negative relationship with food that's marked by a lot of shame, a lot of guilt. If you've practiced mindfulness, you know that non-judgmental posture is a really important piece, approaching everything with curiosity and compassion rather than that judgment. And so when you eat mindfully, it can help you foster more curiosity, more compassion in your relationship to food, or even regarding your relationship to food. So lots of benefits of mindful eating. Hope you can try and practice it yourself. Thanks so much.